Hi, Deborah. It's
Hi.
Kathy Williams.
Hi, Kathy.
We met in Florida.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So good to hear you. I was drawn to, I get your emails all the time. I was drawn to call you this morning as I was flipping through my emails. I'm really struggling and I need a little bit of help.
Okay.
I'm thinking of, I've decided that I'm leaving the guy I've been with for 12 years.
Okay.
I'm not getting anything out of this relationship. He has become, it's more like a friendship. And I want more in my life than that. And 3 years ago, I had some breast surgery, and got a pretty bad infection. I had breast reconstruction from cancer a long time ago, and I got a pretty bad infection and had to have this implant removed from the reconstruction, and it has left me pretty deformed and looks pretty bad. And in my head and what I see in the mirror every day flips me out. So I've been struggling with, should I do a lawsuit against this guy and his person who did this it was a tattoo that created this infection, that created this mess. So I'm really thinking of, why should I not? I only have a couple of months left in the statute of limitations, like 4. So I'm, again, struggling. Should I do this? Should I not? I think ever since I've had the surgery, the boyfriend has pulled away from me. And I believe it's just all connected. And I've just felt very strongly over the last maybe 2 weeks that I need to move on. I can't be here anymore. And I've always felt financially trapped because I thought I could never take care of myself. I can't financially afford to be on my own, but I can find a way.
Yeah.
And so my intention is to, I'm going to inherit a good sum of money from my uncle's estate, and he is still alive. He's 92. My cousin and I take care of him, and we are the recipients of his proceeds. So what I'd like to do, what I've been thinking, is to ask my cousin if she would be willing to allow me to take a loan against the estate for $30,000, so that I can get myself out of debt and pretty much start over my life. So any thoughts from you?
Okay, well, let's start with asking about the lawsuit, because that will kind of topple the other things. So would it be a wise and optimal choice for Kathy to pursue a lawsuit against the people who harmed her? This one's a maybe. There's no firm yes or no. So it's like you can investigate it, see how you feel about it. What you want to avoid is getting drugged down into negativity that's going to take you further off course. You want to get away from that negativity. So if it feels like it's dragging you into negativity, then probably not a good idea. But it's one of those things that could go either way right now. So it's depending on things that haven't yet been decided, if that makes sense.
I've been pursuing this for about 2 years, and sometimes the thought of it makes me want to throw up, to have to relive all this stuff again. And I've talked to an attorney about it, and have other attorneys who have said to my friends who referred me, just call me and we'll talk. And I have not called because, for one, I don't want to hear no if it's no. And I was talking to a friend of mine last week, and she said, you have nothing to lose. Just do it. But the emotional part of it is what is flipping me out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, what if you could turn it all over to an attorney and they could do it all without much involvement from you? How would you feel about that?
I think I would be okay about that. I guess I've not thought about that.
Well, see, here's the thing. You can manifest it any way you want it, right? So if you do feel like
Yeah.
this is something you just can't let go of, then maybe you want to at least make the phone call and find out. And if it's a no, fine, then you move on with your life. If it's a yes, then you get to decide, is it worth the emotional investment to do this? Because it's possible, depending upon the evidence, that your lawyer could get you a settlement and it wouldn't be something that drug on for a really long time. You just don't know that.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So it feels like you need to say yes or no. Just stop being in the middle and straddling that chasm, because it's making you crazy and it's adding more stress, which is not helpful for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm very.
Go ahead.
I feel very scared that I'm going to get breast cancer again. It's been on my mind ever since. I've had 2 surgeries in the cancered breast, and a recommendation is to have a mastectomy. But I just have this feeling about it. I don't know if it's like, because I always have worried about it, or it's just prominent in my head all the time now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm like looking for signs.
Energetically, what you focus on expands. So if you keep doing that, you're going to manifest it, right?
Okay.
So you need to find a way to be at peace with it. Now, I don't know, have you used EFT at all?
Yes.
So I like to use EFT for physical things. I find for me it works better for physical things. So one day I slipped on the ice and I whacked my head really hard on the ice. And as I lay there trying to catch my breath, I could feel the blood pooling in my brain. So before I even got up off the ground, I started tapping. And what I tap on is healing blood energy flowing freely through my body. And I just laid there and I tapped on that until I was over the shock and I was able to get up. So a few minutes. I never went to the hospital. I'm still here. So for me, it worked. Now, I'm not a doctor. I can't recommend that, of course. But whenever I have anything physical going on, and there was a point where I found a lump in my breast. I was not going to go to a doctor and be told I had cancer. I don't want to hear that crap. So I just tapped on it. There's no lump there anymore. I know it can work. Whether it's the right choice for you, you have to decide. But it is something that you could try doing. You could also try tapping on peace for yourself around this issue and stop worrying about it and just letting it go. The truth about death, Kathy, is our soul picks the time when it wants to depart this earth. The only thing that's up for grabs is the way that we depart. So when your soul is ready to leave, it's going to find a way to leave, whether that's, some illness or an accident or what have you. So why do we need to worry about death? It's like our soul's got that handled. So don't worry about it. Let it go. You do your diligence, you have your checkups, but you don't spend a lot of time and energy worrying about it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep, it does.
And as far as the relationship, I don't know whether you want to continue or not. That, you'll have to decide. But what I got the big hit on is there's a big message here for you about self-love, because you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're feeling those negative feelings and judging yourself. And you know what? Creator says, Kathy, you are perfect. You're magnificent. You're brilliant. You're resplendent. You are beautiful. That's your ego and your eyes telling you that you're not. So if God tells you, Kathy, that you are perfect and beautiful just as you are, can you accept that?
Yes. And and I logically and in my heart know that. It's allowing those little demons that creep in every now and then, you know?
Yeah, that's ego. And see, the thing that I'm feeling is that could be impacting your relationship negatively, right? Because you had a good
Mm-hmm.
relationship before. Now you're feeling
Mm-hmm.
it going south, but is it because you've changed because of this feeling about your body? If you can shift into loving and accepting yourself, that might have a positive impact on him. It's going to have some impact because whenever we shift our energy, those around us are impacted by it.
Yes. Okay. Got that. Okay. Thank you, Deborah. It was wonderful to hear your voice.
You're welcome. I'm so glad you came.
Thanks. Take care.
Sending you love and light, Kathy.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye.